If one spouse is claiming or calling the other spouse a narcissist, that's very common in a divorce. It's a claim that the courts hear all the time. The courts do not like that claim. There's a particular judge that will absolutely not even hear you or fine you for using that term unless you are a mental health professional and can diagnose that disorder. Because the true narcissist is, while many clients and potential clients feel that that is who their spouse is or has been, they are not qualified to make that diagnosis. Then the other one is often the male spouse will claim that the wife is bipolar. That is another one that the courts are going to turn their ears off. They're not going to hear the rest of your claims because you're deflecting all the fault of the marriage on the other party because, again, you are not a mental health professional and that you have self-diagnosed your spouse as bipolar. That is something that I don't recommend you use in a term in a divorce at all, especially in a court proceeding. But maybe take a step back and really look at the big picture, because while they may change their mind on a flip of a dime, they're not necessarily, that doesn't make them bipolar. I mean, I think it's clear that the marriage has deteriorated and it's time to separate at that point.
Yeah, and I think people have gotten very accustomed to throwing bipolar, gaslighting, narcissism, all those things as just regular adjectives that people have started using in just normal conversation. What people need to recognize is those are actually medical terms of art that have a definition, that have a formal diagnosis. And so when you start just describing your spouse in that way to a judge, Heather's absolutely correct. They completely ignore those things. If there has been a medical diagnosis that actually shows those things, okay, that's a whole different ballgame. And the court will take that very seriously and make appropriate orders. Otherwise, it just sounds like you're trying to, again, manipulate the system to get an advantage on something when you don't have the foundation for it. So you have to be very careful about that because, again, our judges are human. They make determinations based on who they believe is being more truthful.
Right.
And who is, bringing all the information to light. So it's never a good idea to say, I'm perfect and they're horrible, because we all know that's not true. And that makes a court very reluctant to then believe the information that you're providing to them. So you have to remember that what you're presenting is a full picture of yourself. And you want to make sure that it's clear to the court what's really going on and that you're not trying to manipulate them.